Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. So I wanted to share some very key tips in this video to help you with sciatica relief, and these are actually tips that if you follow you will get relief. So I really hope that you're going to watch through this video. I'm going to share some very important things that I have followed myself for the last years to stay pain-free, but also to get relief from sciatica, which I suffered from for so many years after getting diagnosed with a herniated disc. I also had piriformis syndrome. So if you actually follow these tips, you will get relief, and I will give you all of the resources that you need and everything that you need to achieve that. So you just have to follow these tips. The very first tip is that you have to keep moving. And I know this is something hard to do when you have that debilitating pain and it's just, radiating pain, and it's like sometimes it's really hard to even get out of bed or walk around your apartment. But you really have to stay active even for 10 minutes a day. The reason for that is because it's important to increase blood flow and to help your spine heal, especially if you have a disc herniation. So those cells can only regenerate if there's nutrients and oxygen getting to them. And that really is tough unless you are moving, exercising, increasing blood flow to those spots, to those areas. And when you exercise, you help that process. So even if you can move, around your apartment or your house, or just kind of walk around to help increase that blood flow, it's really going to pay off in the long run. And I know sometimes, that can be painful. So just make sure that you're not pushing too much, but that you're still getting that activity in. So the second thing I would advise you to do is core strengthening. And please just hear me out for this one. And I know it can be really tough to do core exercises on the floor when you have sciatica and you're kind of just stuck in pain. You can do core exercises standing. Really, there's no excuses. You can do them standing. And the reason again for that is that your deep core, and when I say core exercises, I really mean your deep core muscles, like exercises that target the deep core muscles, not like crunches. And so your deep core muscles act like your spine safety belts, and they really are there to take on the load and to protect your spine, to protect your hips. And so when you do deep core exercises, number one, you take the load off of the lumbar spine so that it can heal, and also so there's less pressure on it, so there's less likelihood for it to irritate the sciatic nerve, and also it just helps you relieve the pain. And just grab the deep core mini training that I have routines you can do at home, really simple, very easy, but it's like gradually challenging, but you can just start there. Just grab the mini training and do those routines 2 or 3 times a day. I promise you, you are going to feel a difference right away. And I actually have been doing those routines even through my pregnancy, which I honestly thought it was gonna set off all kinds of problems with the added weight. But just the fact that I haven't had any major flare-ups or any pain or even any sciatica, like considering my history with this. And I hear from women who get so much, like they go through a lot of pain, sciatica pain during their pregnancy. So I was really fearful that it was going to be the case for me. But it's because of all of those core exercises I was doing prior. It really helped me. So I know it will help you too. And if you don't want to grab the mini training, just go to my channel. I have made a ton of videos on core strengthening, so you can just start there. There's like core exercises for beginners, and all of my videos, like I focus on deep core exercises, so I don't focus a lot on like the abdominals or the outer like the abs that you see. I like to target like the deep core muscles, of course the transverse abdominis, and so I focus on that. which is what you want to focus on. I want to just go back to one thing that when I was talking about movement. So another benefit to moving is that if you're sedentary and you're sitting too long, that can exacerbate your pain because there's more pressure on the lumbar spine, and that could put pressure on the sciatic nerve. So when you are walking around, movement, you can also do some like low impact exercises like swimming, for example, which is really fantastic for back pain and for sciatica because the water takes off the load. So you can go that way. You can do swimming, things like that. The next tip is to find ways to reduce sitting. So this kind of goes into reducing just being sedentary in general. So you really want to make sure that you are switching between positions. So if you're sitting too much, just try to find ways to stand more. And if you're standing more, again, that could put pressure on your lumbar spine. Then try to find ways to rest. So like throughout the day, make sure you're not stuck in one posture for way too long. So make sure to switch it up, go for walks, just do whatever you can to not be stuck in one position. Another very important tip is to try to minimize like stretches that focus on the glute area. Things like the pigeon pose, for example, which is a very common stretch for sciatica. Stretching, of course, has its place and it's great for flexibility, for releasing tightness, but just try to minimize it when it comes to sciatica, especially if you notice that it makes the pain worse. Or if you're doing it, it really is not leading to long-term relief. I would highly focus more on strengthening and stabilization. So more deep core exercises. If you can throw in some glute stuff there, that would be great. Even one exercise. Just don't like stretch so much, because I personally used to stretch like every 10-15 minutes. So, if you just want to do a stretch, like a quick routine once a day, that's fine. But don't like overdo it to the point that you're stretching every time you feel pain. Because that could be too much. It can weaken your muscles more, especially in the hip area. It could lead to more imbalances and more weaknesses. And even if it leads to short-term relief, it's really just short-term, but you really want to focus more on strengthening, adding more stability in the lumbar spine area. So just really important. And also the other tip that's really important is to pay attention to your posture. Whether you're sitting, whether you're standing, whether you're walking, make sure that you're standing up straight. I have made a really quick tutorial that I will link here in this video of the 3-step posture reset. What you really want to look for is that anterior pelvic tilt. So like if your hips are rotating forward, just make sure that you get out of that. There's literally a bee following my camera. I'm not sure if it's attracted to the light on the camera. Yes, so make sure that you are not getting stuck in that anterior pelvic tilt where your hips are rotated forward, because that will put more pressure on your lumbar spine and again irritating the sciatic nerve. Bring in those lower abs, brace your core just slightly as you are walking or trying to lift things. And also when you are trying to bend over, make sure that you're bending from the hips, not from your back. When you want to twist, make sure you're twisting, like your whole body is twisting as one unit, not from the hips but your feet as your pivot points. So these are really important tips that you can apply on a day-to-day basis to get relief. And when you take them all and kind of mix them all and apply them all, you will notice a huge difference in your pain level and how you're feeling in general. And it will really help your body heal. So I really hope that you're going to actually apply these tips. Again, there are some resources, additional tutorials on these things mentioned in this video. I will have them linked below. Please check them out. And I really highly encourage you to grab the Deep Core Mini Training. You're gonna buy it once and you'll use it every day for years and years to come. So just a really great investment. It's a short program, about 10 routines in there, but I add more every year. And it's just the routines there. They include exercises that are really important for everyone, especially for people with sciatica. So I hope again you've enjoyed this video. on my walk here at my favorite park, and I will catch you guys in the next video. If you have any other questions, or if you have anything you would like me to cover, give you some more tips on, please let me know in comments below, and I will definitely make a video to answer your questions.